Zombies and the undead are prominent in video games, and more often than not, they're terrorizing or harassing you as you try to progress throughout the game. Telltale's The Walking Dead games, Resident Evil, Dead Rising, Left 4 Dead, the list goes on. But with all of these zombie games out there, these raise questions about the way that zombies are used that have continually escaping answers. We'll use this video to ask some hard-hitting questions that zombie games never really answer. And as we delve further into the use of zombies in games, we may yet rethink how they are used and perhaps even influence the gaming industry to reconsider how we see zombies in games. Why do we assume that zombies are inherently bad? In some of the listed franchises at the beginning of this video, we bring forth images of zombies that are malicious and want to attack people. We do have some good zombies, such as the members of the zombie clan from the Shantae franchise, and there are friendly zombies in Minecraft. Though Roddy Tops continuously expresses a desire to eat Shantae's brains, thankfully Roddy Tops hasn't had any success with that goal yet, or else that would be the end of the Shantae franchise, or we might get a new franchise starring Roddy Tops. Maybe. But on average, the public relations image for zombies is not great. They're generally enemies, and besides that, they're generally treated as low-level enemies at that. Often faceless, not even given names. Think of the Resident Evil series. Many of the main villains are not zombies. And speaking of the zombie clan's culinary tastes, what's with zombies eating brains or being cannibals? The idea of zombies eating brains in broader popular culture, even closer to their origin in movies, is something that first appeared in the 1985 movie Return of the Living Dead, and is something that popular culture ran with since then. Since the conventional understanding of zombies is that they're harmful to other people who aren't zombies, or at least to whatever player character we are controlling, but zombies certainly harm other humans in games too, one might say that in video games, the idea of zombies being cannibalistic is even more useful or essential than it might otherwise be in movies. In movies, you have a significant degree of added tension in that the living don't get extra lives if they're eaten by a zombie. However, in games, zombie cannibalism is a form of offense. You can build into this a variety of gameplay mechanics if you so choose, such as draining health, the obvious, immobilization of your character, or even poisoning. Here's another related question about zombies and cannibalism. If human flesh is such a delicacy to them, why can't they just go after each other? In video games featuring zombies that attack the player, they're generally not attacking each other if there's more than one of them around. They're ganging to give you some trouble. Poor innocent you, who did nothing but happen to be in the wrong place in the wrong time. Why can't they just leave you alone, especially if they have company that they would eventually get rid of eating them? Are zombies more social than we thought? In any case, you would hope that the living dead would be more reasonable in dealing with the living. We addressed this earlier when talking about Resident Evil villains, but why are so many zombies dumb? Start up Resident Evil and you'll quickly learn that not everyone left to play bingo as Leon Scott Kennedy wondered, but instead the zombies are there to attack and feast on you. As mentioned, the Resident Evil villains are generally lucid and not undead. Some of them become increasingly insane as the franchise goes on or throughout the course of an individual game, but they're not zombies. In Dead Rising games, we see the same idea apply. The boss characters are called psychopaths, and they're not zombies, or at least not completely there yet. Psychopaths are so named because they're either insane or totally evil. We can rather easily explain the conventional depiction of zombies as dumb, or by contrasting the lack of intelligence with which they're often portrayed, by saying that the higher level villains need to be lucid and have a functional brain in order to scheme and carry out sinister or at least more sophisticated plots than what we might expect of a typical zombie. But what's to say we couldn't have more zombies carrying out spectacular plots of evil? Why not a zombie scholar, a creature of cannibalism and culture? Maybe at times we see zombies do more sophisticated things than slowly trudge their way towards you. But more often than not, zombies are depicted as brutish and having limited intellectual capacity, operating on what appears to be not more than the insatiable instinct for devouring human flesh. Think of how many games would be easier if you could simply challenge zombies to a debate or a match of wits, similar to the Monkey Island games. Though considering how many zombies can show up in the Dead Rising games, that may be just too much for many people to handle. We've spoken quite a bit about the negative image that zombies have, so why not just transition to the superficial? Zombies, why are they so gross? Their skin, always unnaturally colored for humans. Their hair, not in the best of shape if they even have hair. Their clothes also generally not in the best shape. Does their skin have to be rotting off? On the one hand, sure, zombies are unseemly because it further accentuates the feeling of wanting to not be like them and to run away from them. But on the other hand, it has to be repeated that these conventional understandings of zombies are things that we might be too easily accepting limited question, just because we see them over and over and over again. There's arguably something to be said for introducing more zombies that outwardly resemble normal, living human characters. It could create a great deal of suspense and surprise in the right game, as you're unsure of who is safe to approach. Such a game would probably involve one in which there's a great deal of talking with other characters involved, but it's an idea with potential. Or add on to this idea the dimension of hostages and discerning quickly who is a zombie or who isn't while managing health. Appending the way we normally understand zombies could create very interesting games. And that concludes our video on questions that zombie video games never really answer. A lot of what is asked here could really be asked of zombie media at large, but video games differ from most other zombie media in that they are far more likely to feature friendly zombies than zombie movies or zombie shows. There is also a greater chance that you will see cute zombies in video games than in other media. Just look at Plants vs. Zombies as a franchise. In any case, zombies are a reoccurring pop culture phenomenon that are here to stay, even as their popularity tends to come and go. So what do you think of zombies in video games or in other media? Do you like the idea of zombies at all, or do you find them to be a worn out or an annoying idea? Let us know in the comment section below. As always, thanks for watching. And that about does it for this video. If you enjoyed what you watched and want to see more from GamingBolt, you can always hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell icon next to it. That way you will never miss any of our videos.